I'm here all alone. And I don't know why I'm here by myself. I'm not quite sure the topics. I didn't make the room. And we just started the show. So I don't know why I'm here by myself. But here we are. Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. And I had a meeting this morning on a Zoom call. So I wore a collared shirt and then I raced right over here. And I don't know what happened to whoever my co-host is supposed to be. I don't know if it was Jeremy, if he slept. I don't know if Ryan hurt himself from the earthquake. I hope everybody is safe over there in New York, New Jersey from the earthquake. But yeah, it's kind of weird to be like full screen on a Geeks and Gamers live stream. I'm not sure. Hopefully someone will pop in and we'll get the show going. 1,200 people here. Great. Too Oogly to Assault says, check out the Spirit Airlines Psychotic Breakdown. LOL. Probably have to do that. Eric has gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you. I hope I'm not muted. That will even be even more awkward. Thank you, Eric, for the 5 gifties. Lord of the Ree, Late and Gay Visibility Day. Well, I started the show. Maybe it was canceled and I didn't get the memo and we just did it anyway. Andre says, let's talk butter dishes. I didn't know that that was a thing and that people were so upset that I own a butter dish. Actually, I think I own 2. So, yeah. Very generic brand. I don't know. I've always had a butter dish. I don't believe it's not butter because I think it's just chemicals. Bully Hunter 199, prepare to be bullied. I feel bullied already. Empty Headed says, just talk about butter dishes for the hour. We'll just move past the butter dish conversation. If you have one, you have one. If you don't, you don't. Jay's Takeover. Let's talk games. Carl Jr. becomes a member. Thank you. Nice avatar. Looking fancy. Hold on to your buckets. Jay's Takeover. We had a 4.7 earthquake along the East Coast. Thank you. Yeah, I mentioned that. Jeremy's busy watching the Snake Eyes movie. I guess so. This may be the best episode yet. I doubt it. I don't think we'll even crack 1,500 viewers. Tobias for 5. Hey, Jay, if I send you the link to the Leica Age Through Blood trailer, if I said that right, would you show it? I'd love to get more eyes on it. You could always email it to me, and if I find it appropriate, maybe I'll show it on my live stream. Blabs for 2. Welcome to the Pirate and Butter Dish podcast. Thank you for the 199, Mr. Mailman. $2. No pressure, Jay. Now entertain us. I don't know what's going on, man. Spirian for 10. You'll be fine, Jay. You got this. Reese gave a membership. Christian Rocker. I asked the Quartering and Melanie if they have butter dishes. Quartering does. Shockingly, Melanie doesn't. Probably because she licks the bowl clean. Oh, my God. Jeremy's in the chat. I don't know what's going on. Thank you for the $20. You can do it, Jay. I haven't seen the chat. I'm just going through the supers right off the bat. All right, we cracked 1,500. Thank you. Happy Friday, y'all. Holy cow, Jay's in high definition. I'm shopping for a cool butter dish now. I recommend a white one. It's pretty cool. Tomac for 20 to bring back a classic you can't ignore without IGN. I think that's in the title, so somehow I'm going to have to find what we were talking about. Dent for 5. Happy first contact day. Happy. Jay, show us your butter dish. It's in the kitchen, man. It's white. It's a white butter dish. Ryan Kennel's rap collection. Missing my G unit, Ryan. Hi, Jay. Thanks for being a member. Let's just laugh at people of food.
All right.
There you go.
Here we go.
He let this go on long enough.
Didn't mean to let it go on as long as it did, but the truth is, we're sitting back here, we're getting ready to go, and my camera was just blurry as shit. I kept getting like a really bad signal, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna reset my internet. You got it, Jay, and I just left. Planning to be back like 30 seconds, a minute after Jay went live, just because it'd be funny. But then resetting my internet didn't work. I had to actually reboot my PC. And as I did, it's like, oh, by the way, updates. And I'm like, oh, God. So now it's just like slowly clicking through a bunch of updates that I'd put off for forever. But now we're back. Jay, did you see the breaking news about the NYC earthquake?
Yeah, I mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't actually an earthquake. Lizzo just flew into town.
I thought she quit
no need
music.
to worry. She quit music for a day.
Oh, okay.
You didn't hear that? She quit for a day, then she came back. Her fucking fat, disgusting ass put out some Instagram video.
I saw
where
that.
She's like, when I said I quit, I meant that I quit the negativity. And it's like, fuck you, you dumb hoe, you fat piece of shit. She quit. And then she realized, well, maybe she looks like a retard. So now she's back.
Yeah, why didn't she just put a shirt on when she made that announcement? That's all.
I
asked Ryan earlier. I was like, look at Ryan. Got his hair cut, looking trim, getting ready for Vegas next week. Dude's on point. He knows there's going to be a lot of cameras on him, a lot of camera angles.
Yeah, 100%. Like the only reason I give two shits about like how much I weigh or like anything like that, it has nothing to do with like extending my life or worried that I'm like cutting my life short by eating like shit or drinking. All it has to do with is how I look in a picture with somebody. Like that's all that fucking matters. It is the most vain like thing possible. But yeah,
Ryan still has not forgiven me for that horrific picture I took of him on the theme park ride.
I wasn't even a picture. It was a screenshot from a video.
It was when I uploaded it, that was the YouTube recommendation for the thumbnail.
Just a random spot in the middle of the video.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Everything was wrong with that picture.
I will say this. I emailed Jeremy. I said, I don't know if I should use this as a thumbnail. Like, it just doesn't look. And he said, no, do it. So at first I was like, let's not do that. But now we are. Anyway, that was some time ago. Things have changed.
Yeah, you're right. I still haven't forgiven you. You're correct.
Yeah. Well, we just brought that up. Just double checking. And you are pixelating.
I'm pixelated. Yeah. So I'm still having issues. It's probably just my fucking internet. So now that I restarted, I rebooted my router and my thing. So there's nothing I can do. So that's why Jay's here, right? That's why Jay's here, because he
probably
is the one who is set to run this show today.
I've been on daily every day this week except for yesterday. I was here for the long haul, I guess.
Yeah, everybody was like, to the club.
Everybody had stuff to do except me, apparently.
What is all this bullshit about butter dishes? What did you start when you talked about butter dishes? Now it's all any of these people can talk about.
So we went through the toxic community, right? So we went through like how like that toxicity test where it's like we're going to test out toxic communities in gaming, like Call of Duty, like Fortnite and all that stuff. And I sat there and was like, you can go to any collectible gaming or any community anywhere in the world and you will find people that are toxic. And I said, there's even toxic people in the butter dish community. How do I know this? Because before my grandmother passed, she was part of a butter dish club, right? And she would talk about like going there and having some kind of fight with a lady with a big red hat who was also in like the Red Hat Club. And it would all like intertwine. And like when you're a little kid, you just sit there and listen to like, grandma talking. And like she had like all these butter dishes. She would go to these clubs and some lady with a big red hat would like I don't know, like try to outdo my grandma. But that's how it all. So all I was saying was these people are trying to like tell the world that there could be toxic people that play video games together, right? So that's all I'm saying. I was like, well, you can find that anywhere, and that's how ridiculous it was. That's all I said, and it just kind of like I don't know what happened. It just kind of went crazy.
It's wild that a story that seems that boring got so much attention from everyone.
That's exactly what I'm saying. But you get my point, right? It was like you could find toxic people.
There's gonna be like
anywhere, right.
Again, like things that you run into on the internet, it does exist in real life in a certain aspect when you're just talking about anybody within.
That's all I was. That was the point I was trying to make, and then it turned into this whole thing where even the quartering himself told people that he had a freaking butter dish. What the heck?
Doesn't surprise me. Quartering looks like he goes through a lot of butter, right? Just a guess. Like my imagination. Well, I think he's actually been dieting lately.
Yeah, I think he's working out.
He has been like dieting and working out lately, so probably not for the past, several months. But before that, I would imagine that you'd put a stick of butter on that thing. It wouldn't even get to room temperature before that thing would be gone. Like that's my idea of how butter was at the quartering household.
I just like, I don't know. I don't like that. I know you guys mentioned, I think you mentioned country crock, right?
Yeah.
So I just don't like that fake stuff. I don't know.
Margarine?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
chemicals. It's amazing. It's easy to fucking spread.
Yeah, it is true. That's the only reason why they made it.
Yeah.
To get rid of the butter dish community. All right, enough of this butter dish crap.
Well, we might as well get through it. Reese's Deuces becomes a new member. Sir Hat for 2. The Quake was cool as hell here. 4.8. And there you go. Unca Stumps for 2. Jay, do you spell the plural of potato with the E?
No.
I do. Potatoes. I put the E. Yeah. Spider Claw, if you need help, call Gina or the Mac. Olgie to Assault for 2. Butter Dish Bros Unite.
What is that avatar? That's that crazy lady on the plane?
Looks like it.
Spirit Airlines for the win.
Tobias for 5. Don't know your email, but I can send you a DM on Twitter. Also, the IGP of having to apologize to Stellar Blade is hilarious. We're going to talk about that. SBZ for 2. So Ryan finally killed the new guy, huh? R.I.P. Beardo. No idea. Sir At for 2. The Jake over is real. Matthew Hanman for 4 months. Jay is awesome solo. He does not need anyone else.
Wow, thank you. Nice avatar.
Jesus O, member for a month. Jay's Butter Dish Extravaganza. Let's go. Butter Dish Bonanza, says the offended gamer. A Menti for 10. Jay is Takeover. I keep my butter dishes in my china cabinet. Sounds like I need to get a lock for it with Jay lurking around.
I'm not going to steal anyone's butt. People better not be freaking sending me butter dishes in the mail.
Dragonwise for 199. Jay, was Butter Dish your name in high school?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Nocturnal for 10. If you set your connection to metered in Windows, it won't automatically download updates. Hail the Fellowship in the 199. Thank you for the info. Chris B for 2. Thank God, Ryan. Save us from Jay's butter dishes.
Yeah, thank God.
Quentin, member for 9 months. Jay, did you trip Lizzo? Watch out for the aftershocks in Florida.
We don't have to worry about, if anything, we'd have to worry about a tsunami.
Where we are? No, we fucking wouldn't.
I'm Florida, the state of Florida in general.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Reese's Deuces for 2. I was once on a butter dish.
I can't believe you guys. What is this?
50,000 Indonesian rupees. That's a lot of fucking money to show up as the light green color. Jay, you should rename High Tea to Melanin Deficient Gaming and bring Ryan on occasionally.
I love that Ryan on, but that show's too dumb for him. The High Tea show is like it's just a big joke. It's like a joke show. Like Ryan is not. He is far more educated and to be on a show like that, where we just laugh at fat people falling over. Like it's literally like the show. And if you want to know the show,
I don't laugh too much.
Yeah. So it's like that. That's pretty much it. Maybe one day he'll sneak on. We'll see. I'd love it.
We'll see. Maybe I'll make an appearance. 2 Olgi to Assault for 2 Pixelated. Ryan is back. Cade Coran for 199. Ryan overslept, probably fucking dreaming of the Acolyte. I did not I was ready. I was ready.
Yeah,
to
he
go.
was ready.
Sarcastic mailman. Ryan, show us your butter dish. We know you have one. I don't have shit. I'll show you my fucking butter. Hold on.
Has it come to this? I mentioned butter dish for literally 45 seconds on a Tuesday. And now look what you guys have done. You've sent Ryan to the kitchen to get his tub of country crock. Holy crap. I mean, if I go get my butter dish, I got to go freaking, I'll be breathing heavy when I come back. That's all
right.
I'm saying.
Here's my butter dish right here. All right, this is my butter dish.
Can't believe it's not butter.
That's right. Original. All right.
So you don't like that garlic.
And then the other butter dish is the cardboard box that holds my butter if I need it for like cooking or whatever.
Legs. Yeah.
So, no, I don't have a fucking butter dish at my house. I'm not a fucking woman. All right?
Yeah.
No offense, Jay.
It's okay. Now he's got to go back to...
I'm going to put him back.
Yeah. You got to put it back because it'll start to melt. But if you had a butter dish, you wouldn't have that problem. Now, would you? You would just leave it on the... You could just leave it there without a problem. That's all I'm saying. I just hate... He just proved my point as to why you need a butter dish. That's all I'm saying. All right, enough of this. Enough of this tomfoolery.
Let's see.
God.
Got that Pokey for 10. I know you talked about Silver Surfer casting yesterday, but it wouldn't put it past Disney if they trans the Silver Surfer into Nova. Please do this, Bob. We'll
gosh.
see.
That is...
You're a big Fantastic Four fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your take on the Silver Surfer casting?
Stupid. As much as I know, like as much as I have read in Fantastic Four and the whole Silver Surfer, it is this character is like nobody knows who this character. I don't even know, I barely remember this person in any comic book whatsoever. The story of Silver Surfer is it's a painful, he's kind of like a slave, destroying planets to save his own family.
He submits himself to service in Galactus to protect his homeworld and specifically the woman that he loves, Shalabal.
Yeah, that's it. It's that's a rough thing, He's got the power, and then he gets not manipulated, but he gets trapped in. Anyway, it's a cool story.
And he's doing bad things, right? He's helping destroy other worlds and things like this. But it's all in this goal of saving his planet and his people. So it's an interesting story from that perspective. And what he gives up for the woman that he loves and to protect the woman he loves is like a powerful story. You are now erasing that to give it to the woman.
Powerful. Yeah. And it's just how do you get out of this, right? Because then Galactus is unstoppable, can't die, right? So it's how do you get out of this? So then you have this female Silver Surfer, which I have literally no idea. I don't ever even remember this character showing up in the universe, and to see people on social media being like, oh, this was a loved character. Everybody knows it. No, you don't. Who knows this person? I don't even think this person started off as a Silver Surfer character. I think I guess I got to be the Wikipedia guy and find out, because I just don't even know.
No, there's a couple. They did a couple alternate universe runs where she and Norrin Rad became the Silver Surfer together, stuff like that. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Listen, if someone sends a $50 super chat, I'll freaking go to the kitchen and show you off my butter dish.
All right.
Not getting out of my seat and breathing heavy by walking to the kitchen and coming back.
I get it for free.
If not, Jeremy will get mad. That's all. I don't want him mad at me. Brian's already mad at me. I don't need anybody else.
Cider Hype for 2. # Butter Justice. T1S for 5. I know it's a bit late, but congrats to Ryan on the 300K subs. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Congrats. That's freaking awesome, dude.
Thank you. Also, hi, Jay. And hail to 199.
Hey. That's awesome, dude. I'm very proud. All my friends are freaking winning. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 300K is a big milestone.
That's pretty awesome, dude. That's nothing to That's incredible. It really
Unfortunately, Jeremy actually started making videos again too, so no hopes of catching Geeks and Gamers now. But yeah, I figured Jeremy was going to make another video for another year or so. I might have a chance to actually catch up. Rooster Cogburn.
Gosh.
$2.
All right, I'll be right back. Oh my God. $100 came in to see. All right, I'll be right.
Moose for $50. Show us your damn butter dish. I'm drunk as fuck, by the way. What time is it for you? I respect it either way, but I'm just curious. Just curious. Let me read a couple of these before we get here. Rooster Cogburn for the Butter Dish Fund. Ellie Reen for 10. The Butter Express is awesome because you can have clean slices of sexy cold butter with no breadcrumbs on it. There you go. Thank you, Ellie. Yellow Flash is here for 10. Let's talk about butter dishes. Let's do it. Apparently, it's what everybody wants. David Smart for 5. Hey, guys, all hail the fellowship. I hope you have a great weekend in Gotham, aka New York City. Just got hit with an earthquake. That's kind of crazy. Peace Rider destruction for 199. I bet Yoda used a butter dish. Yoda's an old piece of shit, so he might use one. Sir Hat for 2. What do you mean you don't put the E in potatoes? I don't know. Like, I have seen it spelled before without the E, but I always use it when I pluralize potatoes. In fact, I get so confused that sometimes I don't remember if it ends with just an O or an OE, and then I type the whole thing out OE, and I'm like, that looks retarded. I don't have to type potato all that often, but Bush and Ryu Cat for 2. The quake was 1 million butter dishes dropped at once. I hope so. Sasha Alari for 5. My sources say Sharmino Bade-Chinoy may have been removed /quit/fired from the film. Thank you, Sasha. We've heard a lot of sources that have said that over the last several years. So, or last several months since this thing was fucking announced. We heard the same thing about the Acolyte and Leslie Headland. Heard the same thing about Kathleen Kennedy for 5 fucking years. But thanks to your source for the info.
Let me know when y'all are ready.
All right, Jay, show us your damn butter dish.
There's a little cut of
butter. Why the fuck would you even leave that part in there?
It's for butter and toast. And then once I'm done with this, I put a giant log right back on there.
I'd put the log there now because you're going to fucking run out of that soon. And then when you're ready for it, it's going to be fucking cold.
That's true. You're actually you're correct. But yeah, there it is. I'm freaking making a shirt that says I have a butter dish. Y'all better buy it.
That is a plain ass butter dish, dude.
I know. I don't know what the big thing is. I don't know what. Jeremy, someone sent me a freaking $100 to show the butter dish. So quit crying. I know you're happy. Also, while we're here, an honorable mention to my salt and pepper shakers. Okay, since we're here, I got the Corona. I made myself. All right. You can only get these Corona bottles when you have the margarita. They're the smaller ones, the smaller beer ones. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You can buy those at the store. What are you talking about?
No. The regular Corona bottles are bigger than this. These are
but they have little Corona-ritas or whatever they are. They have the little ones at the store, yeah. I mean, not every store you go to, but yeah.
Well, I drank 2 margaritas, and I made some. I bought these on eBay, the little toppers, and it's like, there's my salt and pepper shakers. There we go.
You're proud of that, huh?
I am. I had to show it off.
You're like, I had to drink to get this.
Yeah. People are like, step your butter dish game up. What the freak is happening? What? We're 30 minutes in.
Peter Frazee for 50 says butter. Thank you.
It's how you get a girl like Melanie Mack, everyone. Just walk up to her and go, here you go.
Apparently she does not own one.
Well, she eats it. That's probably why. Probably has them on a stick.
Let's see. We said that. Moose for 2. LMFAO, 50,000 Indian rupees. Yeah, that's a lot. Sarcastic Mailman for 2. Best reaction ever. Thanks, Ryan. I don't know what I did. Moose for 2. Can we see Jay's feet instead?
And you don't want to see it in puppies, man.
Pool nudes for 10. A little something for the Geeks and Gamers butter dish. Over on Rumble, Lord of the Ree for 5. Shout out to my buddy Sand King 0077. Been doing daily gaming streams on Rumble for a few months. He's been getting between 300 to 400 views lately. Just got 1K views on the most recent stream. Hey, shout out to your buddy Sand King 0077. Lord of the Ree for another $5. Proud of my homie. working on the grind. He even got on the front page of Rumble yesterday. That is fucking awesome, man. Hell yeah. Mike has bad knees. What?
Jeremy's super chat.
Hold on. I'll see you in a sec. Mike has bad knees for 2. Are people keeping their butter in the fridge or on the counter? They keep mine in the fucking fridge.
Counter.
Contemporary Compendium for 2. Jay dropping logs on his dish.
Did I say that?
Fuck it. Jeremy says, fuck it. I'm getting a real butter dish. That was embarrassing, Jay.
Can I have it? Because we know you're not going to use it.
Yeah, I don't know what Jeremy does if he's a margarine. I think he's a margarine guy, isn't he?
No, yeah.
I think we talked about it yesterday. He has to be a margarine guy.
I don't even think he uses butter, dude. I think he's a ketchup person only.
So no, he was telling me these stories yesterday about how he would take old country crock tubs, like after they like got all the butter out of there, and he would use it as like a bowl. He'd put cereal in there. He'd cook chili in it. Like legitimately the most hillbilly poor person thing you could fucking imagine. Somebody taking old things of country crock and using it as a bowl, probably because they ran out of fucking plastic bowls or something.
So he's the type of guy when you open his fridge and you see a bunch of those empty plastic country crock, it's just filled with other stuff.
He uses his Tupperware.
Soup, chili,
yes,
coleslaw.
Yep, that's Jeremy.
Where's the butter dish emojis, Krista? I might as well get one for my channel.
You're leaning into it now.
What choice do I have?
You could just ignore it.
All right, I'll ignore it.
That's your other. You don't have to. I'm just saying that's your other choice. Derek PG Deller for 5. Do you guys want to join me in creating a consulting firm for video game companies to help get their games' toxic ratings even higher? Sounds like a good idea. Sir Hat for 5. For you, it was the butter dish apocalypse. For me, it was Tuesday. Hayden for $10. Kerrygold's the only real option. Margarine is for heathens. Nah, fuck that shit. Like, just because people are so offended if you have margarine instead of butter, it means I'm going to eat that much more of it. But thank you, Hayden.
Can you taste the difference?
Not particularly.
I think a little bit.
Like a touch, yeah.
One's a little more oily than the other.
Yeah, but it's if you were to like, here's my like speculation on it. If you're to sit there, if you're cooking or something with it, you want to use butter instead of margarine, right? If you're like baking something or whatever. But if you're just spreading it over the top of something, you can't really tell much of a difference at all. If I take a bite, if I like scooped out a knife or a fucking spoon of margarine, was like, I'm gonna ate it and like took a bite out of fucking actual thing of butter, yeah, you could tell a difference. But if you're spreading it on toast or a roll, no, you fucking can't. These fucking fancy fucks who think they can tell the difference, you can't.
Yeah, I agree. I was just saying, every morning I wake up, I have the pan, clump of butter, 2 eggs, my grits, clump of butter, toast, spread butter. So it's like it's better to have a dish. That's all.
You're having a lot of butter there for breakfast.
It keeps the pipes moving, I think.
Right. No comprendo, no native on Ryan's butter. I know the Land O'Lakes, they got rid of the chick, the Indian girl. Sarcastic mailman Jay, Ryan showed us his, show yours. He did. Silver Scissors says Moose. John Alstrom for 5. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a butter dish today. Eric Stratton for 777. Next week, gravy boats. Wrapping up the Ancient Food Vessel series in 2 weeks. I don't think I own a gravy boat. I've used them before, certainly. I don't think I own one.
Jay's might have one.
Jay's neglected butter dish. I'm moving to Ryan's house.
I was hoping people would talk about the salt and pepper shakers, but no, butter's supreme, I guess.
Female Silver Surfer, show me your butter dish, Jay.
Wow. Here.
Badger Boy member for 7 months. I can't wait for Ryan to hit 305,000 subs so he can officially be Mr. 305.
305.
Thank you, Badger Boy. Rebecca McLaughlin for 2. Been shopping for a butter dish because of Jay. Moose for 2, same time zone as you, graveyard hospital shift. Well, hey, shout out to you for being drunk at 11 a.m. I respect it. Shutch for 5. You realize Land O'Lakes kicked the Native American off the land label. Thanks, George Floyd. Have a good weekend. Yeah, I fucking realize it. It just so happened that was pretty much the only like butter that was like at the shop when I went.
Did they get rid of Mrs. Butterworth too? Can you not buy a Butterworth figure syrup bottle anymore? You remember how it was like her figure
bottle
in a syrup
body
bottle,
like Mrs. Butterworth? Yes, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember. I know Aunt Jemima's like gone.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know about Mrs. Butterworth though. Old and tired for Norwegian 100. Sorry, you're old and tired. Jay feels your pain. Jay Frazier too. Ryan, you gonna bring back Patriot Outpost? Eventually, maybe at some point. Now that primary season's basically over, I might. Hayden for 10. Someone called Melanie Mack. There's now a butter channel. There's now a butter channel. She's the expert and her opinion's needed. Thank you. All right, let's actually fucking get into a fucking topic. I'm really tired of talking about butter.
Sorry about that.
I do blame you very specifically and wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Anytime.
Because you know when you shut down your computer, you restore Chrome and it has to reload every fucking tab?
Yeah.
What's happening to me right
Your
now?
mic went muted when you were yelling at me.
When was I yelling?
I don't know, but you were like, I blame you wholeheartedly.
It's been happening a lot to my fucking shit
The
lately.
Chrome, remember that? That's like what I got. So
That's been happening a lot to me lately. Maybe I need a new microphone or something. I don't fucking know. Where the fuck are all my tabs at? We're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about that fucking Leslie Headland hoe. Jay, did you see the Empire magazine special for the Acolyte? Can you hear me now?
Return of the Jedi.
Right. The Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I saw.
Are you excited?
I think the only reason why I'm a little excited is it'll probably get me to make videos again for my channel. That's probably it. This thing has been a disaster from the moment it was announced a year ago or whatever, a year and a half ago, when they said that the Acolyte's going to make black nerds feel safe. So from that moment on, like that's it just gets better and better. I mean, butter and butter just gets better and better.
And now they're getting ready for the big piece. And we usually see this in Empire magazine for almost all the big Star Wars projects. A couple months before, they put out an exclusive look, some special covers, a bunch of interviews, stuff like this. Acolyte is no different. One thing I'm a little surprised with is there doesn't seem to be as much messaging as we've seen in more recent interviews from people like this. Maybe they realized they had to stay a little bit on point because nobody wants this massive pile of shit. However, this is not the whole interview in its entirety. It's going to be released next week, but we did get a couple things. Star Wars The Acolyte begins the fall of the Jedi. The writing may be on the wall. And that's really what Leslie Headland wanted to do, show the downfall of the Jedi and tell the story from the villain's perspective. We know that they said, oh, covers revealed. Wasn't that much to it. This is the one cover you have, and then this is the other. Nothing too special about them. But obviously, I think we know that for the Acolyte, which I don't need that, for the Acolyte, they knew that it was going to get a lot of backlash. That's why they waited so long to release this fucking trailer. You know what I mean? Like that, usually we see them well beforehand. This, less than 3 months before it's released, they finally put out the trailer, and it gets more dislikes than anything we've seen in the history of Star Wars. Do you think them talking about how Carrie-Anne Moss is really supposed to remind everybody of Trinity when she's doing her force foo fighting? Do you really think that's going to bring anybody to the show, Jay?
No. And if anyone who saw Matrix 4, and what the freak are they doing with the Matrix 5 announcement, will know that, that probably isn't the best description. But hey, I mean, I wonder if they're going to break out into song. Everybody was force foo fighting. Those cats were fast as lightning.
Maybe that's
that is
true.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard, man.
Force foo fighting. Well, Everyone has said, though, throughout these interviews, everyone said, Leslie, she just knows so much about Star Wars. That's what a couple people were quoted as saying, which it's not surprising to me that those people think Leslie Headland probably knows a lot about Star Wars, considering those people thought that the name Darth was an actual first name of someone, right? Like that's the amount of Star Wars that they've watched in their life. Again, in all of these interviews at Star Wars Celebration, did we hear them really get in depth talking about Star Wars, or did we hear them talking about identity politics? We heard Jodie Turner-Smith talking about how, yes, we need more women.
Yeah.
More women in Star Wars. Star Wars has been very patriarchal. Not a lot of women in power. Well, here we are. This story is all about powerful women. Yes. Actual quotes, basically, from Jodie Turner-Smith, as if she didn't see Leia or Padme or Mon Mothma or a variety of other people that she could have named off before, but doesn't because she knows nothing about Star Wars. Same thing with these people that are saying that I didn't feel like I could ever be a Jedi because of my skin color. Oh, fucking Mace Windu, you just forgot about that motherfucker, did you? It's just a joke, and I think that that's really more of what we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of people trying to do damage control, trying to convince you to come watch this, but at the end of the day, I think that it's already past that time. I don't think the Acolyte can really do anything in this run-up to its premiere to convince people to give it a chance if you're already turned off by it.
100%. Yeah, and you said it perfectly. This is a joke. The show is going to be a joke. They literally are just making a show and putting people with laser swords in it at this point. If they're going to call it what was it called again? Force fighting. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, that's who they hired, and that's who they gave the reins to. They're trying to tell a new tale for a new audience that has nothing to do with a story, but everything to do with making Black nerds feel safe, diversity hires, and force fighting. Good job, Star Wars. Good job.
Good job, Star Wars. You killed it.
Yeah. Yay.
Jay, you're not going to Vegas, right?
I'm not, no.
No? Okay. I was just checking to make sure.
Unless you were driving.
I'm not. Jeremy's driving. Why don't you go with him?
I know. You're much more fun.
That's true, but I mean.
No, Achromatic Chronicles Green is getting ready for its launch probably near the end of the month or the first week in May. And it's like, there's a lot to do. So I'm doing all that work. Looking forward to it. But I will miss everybody, man. I will miss, like, the Vegas trips are usually some of the best trips ever. Like, after the meetup, everybody goes out, walking the strip, getting high, just smelling weed without even smoking it on the strip, just because everybody's smoking weed, apparently. A lot of fun stuff that happens.
Yeah. Can't wait. It's gonna be pretty rough, man, because we're gonna keep doing dailies, but the problem is that's at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Vegas time.
Yeah,
we're doing meetups. I'm doing 3 straight nights of meetups.
3? I thought it was just Tuesday and Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, Chris Gore is doing one for Film Threat.
Oh yeah.
On Tuesday. So Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Those mornings are going to be a little rough.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially if you have a little sauce the night before.
Yes.
I might get a text message. Hey, can you and Dan Vass cover daily?
Maybe. Well, Jeremy ain't going to be drinking, so he'll be able to cover.
You don't get up that early.
I'll be there. It's going to be fucking tired. Because at 8 o'clock start doesn't mean I have to wake up at 8. That means I have to fucking wake up at probably 6:30 to get a couple topics, make the thumbnail, make the stream, like do shit like that. Oh my gosh.
And then that Vegas internet, let's hope it holds.
I think where I'm staying, I think it'll be good. But
when I go, I usually stay at the Trump. I don't know.
How's the internet there?
It's good.
Good.
Yeah, last time I was there, it was good. But I did want to stay at I do want to stay at Treasure Planet. Is that what it's called? Treasure
Island?
Treasure Island, yeah. And the Tropicana is being shut down for good, I think.
Wait, closing? Or are they just like remodeling it, refurbishing?
Maybe they're just remodeling it.
I'd be shocked if they like closed it.
I did hear like the Clown, what is it? Like the Circus is like the worst hotel, one of the
Circus.
Yeah, we rated one of the worst hotels in the world.
There's a lot of dog shit hotels there.
Yeah,
Either
right on the
cheap,
strip.
like I think Quarter Black Garrett one time stayed at Excalibur. It was like $30 a night.
Yeah, I remember walking through Excalibur. You're like, "Yep,
Yeah.
you might have paid too much." Of course, I stayed at the Lexor, which is a black pyramid in the desert.
I did not like the Luxor. I didn't like where the elevators were. The internet wasn't great. Yeah.
But it's a freaking, in your room is a giant window on a black pyramid in the middle of the desert. And if you stay in your room in the middle of the day, ain't no amount of AC that AC was working, and it didn't work. It was like freaking hot. So,
it was not
and then
good.
you're like, can we change rooms? They're like, what do you mean? It's a pyramid. It's all the same, So it's like, okay, whatever.
Contemporary Compendium, a butter dish with the G&G logo actually sounds badass. General Duality for 2. Jeremy has a ketchup dish, which is probably an old Culver's fries box. East Coast Toasty Boy. Go ahead, Jade. Tell him now that Ryan's here, face to face instead of the phone.
You're gay.
Yeah,
that video's doing well for my channel. Thank you.
Why? So that means what? 3,000 views?
It's like almost at 15.
For real?
Yeah.
God, that's insane.
Now I know what kind of content my people want, so I just got to call people and just call them gay and hang up.
Contemporary Compendium for 2. Star Wars, Rise of Kangs and shit. Contemporary Compendium for another 2. Jay, can you sign my butter dish? Not Ryan, because he uses margarine.
Sure.
There's way too many super chats today. I don't understand you guys. Colonel Sanders for 5. Margarine is poison. Spread some on your Big Mac burritos and reach the grave faster. The Colonel will cater your wake. Thanks, Colonel Sanders, for telling me margarine's poison. I've been eating a lot of it my entire fucking life, and I seem fine.
Probably the special sauce in his chicken.
All these motherfuckers telling me it's poison and shit. Well, whatever. I'm fine.
I just think it's oily, more oil. That's all, right?
I mean, nothing wrong with it. God, where was I? Where the fuck was I the other day where I was hearing people talk about fucking how McDonald's it's really not healthy. Oh, I was at the barbershop. That's where it was. These people were talking about how, you should really check the ingredients in Chick-fil-A. It's really not good for you. Or you remember that McDonald's documentary? They showed it wasn't good for you to eat. It's like, nobody's eating that shit because they think it's fucking good for you. You eat it because you think it fucking tastes good.
And it's fast.
Yeah. Like, I don't give two fucks. And people are like, you have any idea what the chicken nuggets are made out of? I don't care. They taste good. Like, that's literally all that fucking matters to me. It could be pink goo that's not even fucking chicken that they put in a fryer. Don't matter to me.
100%. I agree with you on that.
Like, give me one of those little pink goo nuggets that's not even real chicken. Let me dip it in some fucking ketchup or barbecue sauce or ranch or something, and let me put it in my fucking mouth. I don't give two fucks.
I gotta tell you, man, I had Papa John's 2 days ago, and I don't know what store I got it from. It was the best Papa John's I've had in a year. And I just, like, when pizza's good, you just don't want to stop eating it. Holy crap.
How much did you eat?
The whole freaking pie.
Nice.
Usually I eat half and then you save it for like later. I don't know what it was, man. Whoever made it just tasted really good.
Was it just pepperoni or what?
No, it was like the Supreme. It had like onions and all that other stuff on it.
Yeah, I mean, Papa John's has gotten expensive as fuck.
It has.
Really expensive. Sir Hat, potatoes without E has the name wrong. Moose for 2. Jay's man card reactivated.
Thank you.
Gerardson for Mexican 20. Now I want a butter dish thanks to you.
Welcome.
Blabs the Tower Tard for 5. Jay should make a shirt that says I'm off my meds and have a butter dish.
If people will buy it.
I like pickles, violence, and tentacles. Yay. The Sarcastic Mailman for 2. Where's the black butter dish?
Do they make that?
Diversity requirements. David Smart for 2. Ryan's face is priceless. I don't know what I did. Old Renaissance nerd for 199. Easy solution. Spelling like Al Gore. Taters. Joseph Frost goes for 5. The only person I've seen genuinely make Ryan laugh is Mahler. It warms my heart to see genuine smiles and laughter from Ryan. Ryler for life.
Oh.
Thank you, Joseph Frost Ghost. Yeah, me and Mahler laugh a lot. Bigger in video for 5. Butter dishes are more interesting than these DEI stories and characters. Apparently, Rosie Toes with a super sticker. What's up, Rosie Toes?
149.
Yep. T1S for 2. Jay's butter dish game is lacking.
It's an all white butter dish.
That's like something you get at the fucking dollar store.
It's a probably Walmart special. Yeah.
Great value brand. Tim P, member for 12 months. Buttercast Daily 199. Thank you, Tim P. Wally Reyes for 50 Danish krones. Does Jay abuse the butter dish like Ryan does the popcorn bucket? Also, why the hell is that butter radioactive yellow?
What? It's like, is that radioactive yellow? Looks kind of clumpy
this
white.
Is radioactive green.
Yeah, there you go. Look at the booty on that freaking Slimer.
He's twerking. There you go.
Some of it leaked on my finger.
You need to put a new one in there. Stitch for 2. Welcome to Geeks and Butter Dishes.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock for 249. Here's some money for the child support, Jay.
Thanks.
Dan Reinman for 20. High tea Thursday, butter Fridays.
Next time I'm bringing on some toast.
Chewbaccaneer for 20. Let's be real. Jeremy bought those butter containers at Alabama garage sales. Maybe.
Could you imagine going to a garage sale and like, oh my God, look at all those.
Well, this country crock butter toast been in my family for generations, son. You think I'm just going to let it go? Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, man.
I can somehow imagine.
Jeremy's
oh, my God.
Here.
There he is.
Absolutely nothing has happened in this episode. What the fuck are we doing? Ryan, you're supposed to be the organized one around here.
So, first of all, we did talk about the Acolyte, but we've had like 100 super chats on the show that are about butter. We still got 32 I haven't read.
$100 for me to show off my dish.
No, I've been laughing my ass off just as a fan. I'm like, why is this such a good episode? Nothing has happened. It's so good. Anyway, I'll mute. Go ahead. I had to be a part of it. This is so retarded.
This is not a good episode. Bush and Ryu Cat for 5. Remember, Jay, when girls try the black butter dish, they never go back.
Oh, so I'll pick one up.
Gung Ho Mac for 2. I can't wait to go to Jay's panel at ButterCon.
Is that a thing? Maybe I'll go.
I don't know. Ask Melanie. Tobias for 10. I sent the video to your Twitter, Jay. Also, we have a butter dish too, but it's super old and made by my grandma, so we don't use it. Grandma made ceramics. Grandpa Smith guns. He made my 6mm rifle. Oh, that's cool, Tobias.
Which part?
The fact that his grandpa Smith guns and that his grandma made ceramics. The butter dish thing, not super cool, but you know. Paco Sith for 2. Today on Kitchens and Gamers, Jay and Rye Pats.
Kitchens and Gamers.
What would G&G do without me? I tell you, probably
not much.
More or probably.
Unca Stumps for 5. Reusing margarine containers is classic Alabama behavior. That sounds about right.
The dynamic of like Jay and then Ryan when he was talking about McDonald's, I'm driving. I almost had to pull over when Ryan's like, I don't fucking care what's in it. It tastes good.
Yeah.
So good.
Speaking of McDonald's, Ryan, you want to pull it up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right here. I got it.
Nice.
They're offering a remix menu. So we've got the chicken cheeseburger, sweet chili junior chicken, and the surf and turf burger with a fish double cheese. Does any of these look appealing?
I do not want that surf and turf burger. I don't want fucking fish.
The fish? Okay.
However, the chicken cheeseburgers, basically, you add some fries on top of that. You're just talking about a McGangbang. That's basically what that is. So McDonald's is taking things that people fucking do to their food anyway. They're like, we might as well sell it like this.
That's true. What's apple pie McFlurry? Is that a remix? Or they just cram it? They just give you a regular vanilla McFlurry and cram an apple pie in there.
I imagine they just have it chopped up into pieces like they do all the McFlurry shit. I haven't had a McFlurry in a long ass time.
Sweet chili? Interesting.
I would do that sweet chili junior chicken. I'd eat
You know what? And you know what else they're getting ready to sell? Krispy Kreme donuts at McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah. They're doing some kind of partnership where you can get like Krispy Kreme.
As long as they're not selling Cinnabon, I'm good because I cannot stay away from Cinnabon. Like, whenever there's a Cinnabon anywhere near, I have to go eat it, and I feel like shit afterwards. But it's amazing.
Cinnabon's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Almost every time I go to Universal, I'm tempted to get a Cinnabon.
I'm glad
for
they
the
sell the
drive home.
minis now, so I could just get a mini and pop it in and go. So I'm not
all 4 of those.
Not stuck with the giant, 10-pounder. That's all.
The way you're supposed to eat cinnamon rolls is like unravel them and fucking eat them like that instead of just like cutting them all up.
Yeah.
My grandma used to actually make cinnamon rolls from scratch.
Nah,
those are really fucking good.
I just have to eat it, not unroll it.
Let's see. Filthy Casual for 5. How do you find streaming minutes watched outside the top 10? I can't find them anywhere online since Nielsen Variety focus on top 10 only. That's only where it's reported. That's the only place you can go, Filthy Casual. They only report the top 10. Other than that, you'd have to rely on everybody releasing their own shit. Netflix is pretty much the only one that does that. Netflix actually does release their own numbers in terms of minutes watched, but they're the only ones that do that. And they only do like the top 10 or whatever for a given week as well.
Somebody that don't miss dropped a 50 earlier when I joined.
Oh, really? A 50 bomb? Oh, man, there it is. Alec Baldwin's finger for $50. Build back butter. Build back butter. We've had way too much butter conversation the past 2 days than is normal. But thank you, Alec Baldwin's finger. Looking forward to your sentencing. Let's see. Moose for 5. The healthiest old people we see always cook with lard or butter. Always the unhealthy women in their 60s using margarine and diet soda. You think I fucking care? Like when you look at these people who are fucking 85 or 90 years old, what kind of life is that? Do I really care when I'm not even going to be allowed to drive at that point? You can't trust me on the road. I'm holding up lines to get my fucking groceries because I'm trying to pay with a check or some ridiculous shit. Do you think I want to be a menace to society like a fucking old person? No, I don't care.
Listen, we will all know for a fact that there is a God if Ryan lives to be 98 and he's just miserable as hell. I hope Ryan lives to be old and miserable as hell, where people have to wipe his own ass for him and get him out of bed, and he just hates everything. He'll basically be like the dude. What's that movie that, remember the Metallica song One? And they did the video on the soldier that was, he lost his arms, legs, sight, and he was miserable. That's going to be Ryan at the age of like 60 on. It's going to be beautiful. We want Ryan to live forever.
I just love that he said lard. That just made me
That was the funny part to you? Hayden for $20. McDonald's is rolling out the Ryan's heart attack burrito soon. This episode's so dumb and I love it. The chat is the best chat on the internet. Yeah, so again, they should do that. They should take that McDonald's burrito. That thing's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Did you see that woman who's like making a snack for my kids? That TikTok video? I would eat the fuck out of that. I really, really would. SBZ for 5. Jay successfully grifted his butter dish. Plus 3K people are actually listening to butter dish talk. Where's your God now? I don't know.
I'm very blessed. I don't know. Hopefully.
Kellen KMK for 5. Damn, Jay. I'm at work looking up butter dishes and butter bells.
Butter bells, huh? What is that?
I don't care.
Let me see.
But thank you, Kellen. No comprendo for 5. Salsa stone bowl greater than gravy boat. I like salsa.
Wow, look at the butter bells.
Chris Bolt's member for 3 months. Can't wait for Ryan to hit 304K subs so he can be G&G's resident 304.
That's pretty good.
Sir Hat for 2. Fucking delete Chrome. Why do you persist? Chrome is my favorite one to actually use because it's the one that interacts best with all the shit I use. Brave does not work well with the other stuff that I have to do. I tried using Brave for a long time. It just doesn't work very well. Nathan Danes, member for 10 months. Holy shit, Jay begging for butter dishes. Guess he's collecting for grandma.
I'm not begging for any.
Eudite, member for a month. To hell with Star Wars and Leslie Headline. I came here for butter dishes.
That's right.
Azuma with a $10 super sticker. Azuma Ayami. Thank you. To Olgi to Assault for 5. Sorry, Chrome sucks. Firefox all the way. They support privacy rights. Fuck Firefox. I don't like that shit. Sir Hat for 2. Jay, why do you taunt us with singing?
Forceful fighting, man. When the moment strikes, just got to go for it.
Neo Nimbus for 5. Telling a story from the POV of the villain should be pretty easy for Leslie. Yeah, she has personal experience with Harvey Weinstein, so should be easy for her to come up with something like that. Slater 96 DeFirst for Canadian 2. Hail 199. And my Tyranitar versus Rillaboom is done. Congratulations, Slayer. You've been working on that a long time. Tiger King, member for a month. We need Darth Shanae, KFC Empress origin story in Acolyte. It's literally what it's going to be about. So, Zach Fuchs for 10. Ryan, I tell the difference between margarine. You didn't even spell it right. You're saying margin, Zach. Yeah, you're telling me you can tell the fucking difference. You can't even spell it right. Margin. I tell the difference between margin and a stick of butter. Margin is more oily, and a stick of butter tastes better. Your taste buds are just fucking shot for me and Taco Bell all the time. Thank you. Take it from the expert. Paco says for 2. Jade change topic. Weed. Request approved. You fuck that bish for 199. Mugu guy pan bish. Thank you. Tommy No Figure for 199. The Cosmopolitan Presidential Suite is fire. Trust me.
Oh.
John Goats for 5. The internet at the Trump. It's bigly the best internet. The internet's so fast it'll make your head spin. Nobody has internet like them. Thank you. Lady Wendelin for 10. Tropicana is getting imploded. New home for Oakland A's. I didn't realize they were blowing that up for the A's. That's not going to be there till like 2029 though. That's crazy.
Man, the stadium's going to be right there on the strip next to the football stadium apparently, huh?
Might as well.
God, the traffic.
Moose for 5. Ironic. Jedi Order is destroyed because of stubborn retardness. Kathleen Kennedy steps forward. Hold my beer. Cade Coran for 199. Jay, make Jeremy a Geeks and Gamers butter dish.
Make him one?
Mm-hmm. Spikefish Network do my impression of Disney. Hashtag butter. Sir Hat for 2. I consistently get Ryan to laugh. Do you? D's Webos for 199. In and Out is gay. Whataburger for life. Thank you, D's Webos. Joseph Purdue for 3. Butter me up, Jay. TIS or T1S for 5. Someone should ask Az if they use butter dishes in New Zealand. The people need to know. Too High Strong, member for 5 months. Jay's selling BTR crypto soon. Butter crypto. Suicidal Cynic for 5. Can you make a tutorial on how to use the butter dish? Looks a little complicated.
Sure.
Aurora Uplinks for 2. Butter cheese milkshake the American way. Moose for 2. No Butterburger. Sad. We got that one from
How
Hayden.
many times has Ryan said butter in an hour today? Someone needs to just make a video every time he says butter. Where it's like butter, 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 butter.
Lynn Green, member for 9 months. Ryan Kittle, menace to society. No Comprendo for 2. Grossly eating Cinnabon rolls like Pete Buttigieg. I don't know how he eats cinnamon rolls. Probably the same way he eats his husband's asshole. Aurora Uplinks for 2. I'm sure you will get a brain chip by your 60s. I'm for it. Grimnack for 2. The good, the bad, and the butter. Headcase Laboratory for 199. Butter dish bragging rights. Bush and Ryu Cat for 5. Who had a better McDonald's item? The Gangbang or P. Diddy Kids Meal? Some would say that those are one and the same. Some would say. Emilio gives 5 memberships. Thank you, Emilio. Appreciate it, man. To Olgi to Assault for 2. I can't believe it's not butter spray, hands down.
Ooh.
I used to use that spray on corn on the cob.
Okay, that will be justified, but
that's like what it was fucking made for.
Can't put that on toast.
No, I would never fucking put that on toast. Specifically, we had that in my house for when we had corn on the cob.
Yeah.
The Mad Capper for 2. Feel the power of the retarded side. Thank you, Mad Capper. Bionic Belly Button pops up for $20 and says butter is better than margin. I would agree because margin isn't even a fucking thing. It's margarine. It's not margin. I would agree that butter is better than margin. But thank you, Bionic Belly Button. Good to see her here. Headcase Laboratory for 199. Butter dish bitch slap. What is so funny to you?
Everything, man. It's just compiling. 3,200 people here. Right. Ryan has said butter every 32 seconds of this hour.
Probably true.
This is the worst, best episode ever of Daily.
Just the worst.
I don't think is it worse when like I just sat there and didn't tell you that the sound was playing.
Let's just
Ryan hates streaming with me, chat. You don't understand. I texted him last night. I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna be on Daily in the morning. It's like when he just gives a thumbs up back, he's like, oh God.
Yep. Sounds good. Let's just fucking talk about this really fucking quickly. Stellar Blade. We've talked about Stellar Blade a lot. Even before the demo came out, people have been talking about the character design, how Eve actually looks like an attractive female. And there was a lot of backlash from people, games journalists, game developers, who instead of wanting to make women look beautiful in games, want to make them look more like themselves or their entire development or writer's room. Ugly, fat, weird hair. You can't tell what fucking gender they are. All these types of people. So we've seen a lot of backlash against Stellar Blade in general. And it was probably pretty embarrassing for the people, even at IGN. When IGN France puts out this statement about the character, Eve from Stellar Blade is just bland. A doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. Well, not only is Eve literally modeled, this is her body, this is the model who did it, right? Modeled off an actual person, a Korean model, but this is the wife of the creator of Stellar Blade, who happens to also work on this game in the art department, by the way. So, of course, IGN got fucking hammered and blasted for this. Finally, they had been forced to issue a full apology. At first, they changed the wording, tried to do some snarky shit. That didn't work. Eventually, they had to put up this full disclosure, disclaimer, and apology to the developers of Stellar Blade. IGN apologizes to Stellar Blade developer Shift Up Corporation for describing game's protagonist Eve as a doll sexualized by someone you would think has never seen a woman. And you can see, where is it? Here it is, right here. They had to put this thing up there. Recently, IGN France produced and published a review of Stellar Blade containing an offensive passage that should never have been kept. The text has now been edited, and here's our official apology to the Shift Up Corporation. The original text contained comments that were out of place. While it was never our intention to disrespect them, we recognize the phrase taken in its literal sense was inappropriate, and we regret it. I think this is the big difference between what's going on right now in terms of this backlash, Gamergate 2, whatever you want to call it, and what happened 10 years ago. You would have never seen an apology like that 10 years ago from these fucks, but you see it now because the number of people that are pushing back vastly outnumber the amount of people that are working at or support game journalists or game or woke game developers.
I 100%. 100% agree. They would have tripled down on this nonsense, but now here we are. We get our first apology. we'll see what happens moving forward. But did you see this, Ryan? I think these are like leaks from the figurine that's coming out. So maybe that will help.
Looks like her butt. People going to be bitching about thigh gaps and shit like that when it comes to this. All those people bitching should work harder to fucking look good than just complain about good-looking characters.
That's what we keep saying. It's like the people that complain are the ones that were trying to change like the models and stuff in gaming to make it look more like them. Like they wanted their body type, the way that their hideousness to be displayed on screen. So when people would be like, "Oh, there's a beautiful woman to play," it would look like them. That's what they were trying to do. But
and Jeremy talked about the French IGN editor or whatever who was freaking out in the comment section of that original thing, talking about how, you know, when women see that this is the ideal body type, it makes them want to kill themselves because they don't look like that. All this fucking bullshit. Maybe kill yourself at the gym, look good. Maybe you could try that, I suppose.
A person that was a person in a game that was literally modeled after a real person.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like a woman.
An actual Korean model. Oh, women don't look like this in the real. Well, there she is. No, that's not to say that every woman you walk by is going to look like that, but it's not like it's outlandish to say that this is a woman.
Crazy.
Anyway, over on Rumble, Mike has bad knees for 2. Where are you gonna save your leftover spaghetti if not your old margarine container? I eat enough so I don't have leftover.
Yeah, I don't really have leftover spaghetti.
East Coast Toasty Boy for 1. This is a Melanie Mac attack discussion right here. East Coast Toasty Boy for another $1. Matt Walsh should open a competing burger joint to Whataburger called What is a Burger? Laughing my ass off. Yeah, maybe. He could do that. Taker for 2. Did Ryan admit to eating corn the long way? No, I eat corn.
No, he sprayed butter on it.
I sprayed butter on it. How do you eat your corn, Jay?
Not the long way.
I'm not talking about sticking it in your mouth. I'm asking if you do it typewriter style or if you curl around style. Okay.
Typewriter.
I don't do typewriter style. I actually like start at one end and like do a circle and eat it and then move over.
It all depends. Like now, like this the Mexican street corn is like the greatest invention ever. You know, they get the cheese and all that stuff on it. So I like it all depends where that's glopping. If I buy that and it's on a stick, you got to make sure it's like you get the glops first. If not, it's but if it's just a plain old ear, typewriter.
Steve Frumpa for 5. Jay said he doesn't want a big Cinnabon after admitting to eating a whole pizza. And Tropicana closed permanently on Tuesday. That's wild.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Moose for 5. All butter aside, the Acolyte plus that trailer yesterday. How's this franchise not dead yet? The shit libs have burned this butter toast. Grimnack for 2. Salacious crumb butter. Cyril Lewis for 199. How has G&G's 2020 profit margarines been looking? These Webos for 199. Chris Carr is fat. She sweats margin. Thank you. Cosmer Unlimited for 5. I prefer my margin unsalted. Headcase Laboratory for 199. Ryan, I hope you feel a bit butter ladder. Thanks. So Derek stupid. PG Beller for 199. Ryan is marginally correct. Thank you. Lower Lips Liquor for 2. Jay, use the South Park kid Butters for your emoji.
Okay.
Aurora Uplinks for 2. Just make games with fat characters moving ninja fast. Peter Frazee for 5. Butter, margin, butter. Thank you. Essen 441 for 10. How do you like your margin, Ryan? Half an inch or the full inch? I need a butter dish with a G&G logo. Get on it, Jeremy. Moose for 2. Horizon Forbidden West was the beginning. Colonel Sanders says butter. Fable of Man for 199. Them's be buns worth buttering.
Holy crap.
Margin Man for 2. Just has ellipses. Yapatron for 10. Lucasfilm Games revealed Star Wars Outlaws story reveal will be Tuesday, April 9th. How much y'all want to bet this will be another woke video game? Hail 199. I think I remember Jeremy got a lot of heat for his reaction to that trailer, if I remember right. He's like, oh, fucking woman, or something like that. Was just, like the first thing he said when that character shows up. Scott McKenzie gives a membership.
What were you saying? I lost reception. What was that, Ryan?
Star Wars Outlaws, that video game. I feel like you got a lot of heat for that, for your trailer reaction to that, because this immediately she shows up. You're like, oh, well, fucking woman, or something like that. You remember that? Good talk.
Much better for that.
Got it. Andrew CR for 2,500. Margin lives matter. Thank you. Daryl the Derelict for 5. The stream is butter than the rest. T1S for 5. I like butter as much as the next man, but I think margins, great. Why this margin hate? I don't know. We're talking about marginalized communities. All right. Carlos Estrada for 5. IGN slipped on the margins and need to butter up to the devs and Sony to keep their coverage and early review copies. Thank you. Red Mage for 20. Just realized the company Shift Up that makes Stellar Blade also created the popular online game Goddess of Victory. Nike. I don't know how to say that. But yes, Red Mage, I do think that's the last game they worked on. Paco Sith for 2. ButterCon 24. I was there. Who knew Ryan hates it? I did. For the Emperor for 199. Butter. Udite for 5. To hell with Stellar Blade. I came here for butter dishes. Occam Asylum. Member for 14 months. Paula Dean approves of this stream. Is she still alive?
I don't know.
Naggardnall for 2. Why do you build me up? Butter dish, baby. Sing it, Jay.
Why do you build me up?
Build me up.
Butter dish, baby. Won't you let me down? Something like that.
Down.
There we go. It's running late. I'm like trying not to talk.
Yeah, I know. $2. Jeremy, strong woman's not wrong. Gerardson for Mexican 50. Mexican street corn is called esquite, corn cocktail, or simply elote en vaso, corn in a cup.
Elote en vaso, corn in cup.
You fuck that bitch for 199. I like my margin 2-inch with no spacing, indented. That is funny. That's the best joke that's been told on the stream so far. You fuck that bitch. Dalton Fury becomes a channel member. SBZ for 2. Bet Ryan regrets updating his camera earlier. I regret a lot of things. We're all caught up, Jay.
I got nothing going on, in case you ask.
Margin man, ... Thank you. All right.
My reception sucks, so just end the show. Fuck it.
Good. All right, that is it. We're done with fucking this butter, margarine, margin, butter dish bullshit. I don't want to fucking hear about it a single week after this. I've talked about it enough. Just 2 days was enough for me. Thank you guys for coming out. I can't believe how many people had input on this, but you guys are insane as usual.
Meta PCs.
Shout out to the Rumble audience. Shout out to everybody here on YouTube. Shout out to Meta PCs. I actually just retweeted a post from them as well. Head over to my Twitter. Check that out. They got a deal going on. Make sure to use the code 199 or Geeks for a discount. And hell yeah, we will talk to you guys next week. Taker for 2. Buttergate. This really is Buttergate. We're going to be in Vegas next week. So next daily I will be on. I will be live from Las Vegas, Nevada. That's it for us. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.